The owners of a small business say they're struggling due to a lack of car parking in the CBD. It's not the first time the issue has been brought up at the City Council's long-term plan hearings. So, what can be done? Marcus Gibbs reports.
Car parking. Nobody likes paying for it, but it's crucial to the survival of Christchurch's central city businesses. It's a lack of affordable car parking that's disrupting the CBD at present.
Parking is critical for central city's economic viability, not just in the future, but right now.
Hamish Kenworthy and Margot Perpix run a yoga business inside the Ibis Hotel on Hereford Street. They wanted to be one of the first businesses up and running in the CBD, but they've struggled to keep the business going in recent months. They've battled road closures, vibrations, noise and dust since they first launched their studio in 2013. Their latest fight, a lack of parking in the central city.
We noticed around the middle of about 2014 that parking difficulties for our customers coming into the central city started to put a handbrake on the pace of our progress.
When their business launched, the couple says there was plenty of car parking available, but since then it's been on the decline. To seduce residents into the CBD, the City Council was at one stage offering free parking as well.
What the Council is now doing, we submit, is seriously unfair to central city businesses, and it will kill the recovery if it continues. Charging over $3 per hour for parking on central city streets when on-street parking is free near suburban businesses literally drives people away from the centre and out into the suburbs.
Many of the council-owned parking buildings are out of action. Thousands of car parks have been lost, only to be replaced by temporary car parking on the sites of demolished buildings. But as the rebuild continues, these are quickly disappearing, and the ones left aren't satisfying customers.
They are dirty, unsealed lots, they're unlit after dark, and they're not a solution for the problem of where people are to park their cars if the rebuild is to be successful.
This isn't news to the City Councillors. Last week, during the first day of long-term plan hearings, the City Councillors and the Mayor heard from flamboyant property developer Anthony Goff. He says car parking is desperately needed, and the Council needs to take lessons from his experimentation with property development.
We think there is an opportunity there for you to have outside providers. You're short of capital, whether you like it or not. Just like I personally am short of capital in the terrace project, and I've had to sell some of that off in order to be able to finish it. Council needs to be doing the same thing.
Within the next few years, thousands of office workers are expected to be working in the central city, but the question is, where will they park? Goff's solution is for the Canterbury Earthquake Recovery Authority to use some of the eastern or south frame for parking until the land's needed for commercial and residential development.
I don't think it matters a hoot whether they're owned by the council or private sector. The important thing is to provide car parking. I think there's an opportunity for both public and private ownership of car parking.
City Councillor Tim Scandrett proposed discounting the cost of car parking for the first few hours as one potential solution.
Yeah, just something that makes it attractive to come back into the central city instead of discouraging.
But as the Mayor pointed out, discounting parking would only hit ratepayers in the pocket.
And you're asking the ratepayer to subsidise the cost of parking.
Well, it doesn't have to be a subsidy.
No. Well, that is the issue, and I guess that's the point that we need to debate.
The Christchurch City Council has already struck a deal with the Carter Group to replace a 534-space parking building on the site of the Crossing car park. And under the cost-sharing agreement, the City Council has already agreed to pay $70 million to fund new off-street parking facilities. But the start of 2017 is really how long the council has until Christchurch's car parking woes need to be sorted. This is when the major anchor projects will start to finish and thousands of office workers and shoppers will be back inside the four avenues. If there's no car parking available, the central city will be the place to avoid. Marcus Gibbs, CTV News.